Hey guys, it's Tori here. So today I am back with a new album review for you guys. I know it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these, but I feel like it's also just been a while since I've had strong opinions about a release. But that has all changed as Cane Hill has just released their album Too Far Gone a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to put in my 10 cents on what I think of the album. I know there's been quite a bit of hype about it online, and I'm a couple weeks late on this album review, but I figured better late than never because it's one that I really want to bring you guys' attention to. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. So I want to preface this by saying the one gripe that I have about our music scene as of lately, especially in the age of social media, is that I think there's a lot of bands that really love to hype themselves up and have the look and the attitude and like that rock star mentality, but then you go to listen to their music and it sounds like total crap because they don't have the musicianship to back it up. I won't name any names, but I feel like that's been happening a lot to me lately, some false advertising out there, but it's very refreshing to see that Cane Hill has put their musicianship at the forefront, and I think that their talent kind of speaks for itself. Especially I want to give a shout out to James for being one of the most badass guitarists I've heard in a really long time. It's clear that they all have really honed their craft and they've gotten more ambitious and more confident in their music. And I think Too Far Gone is clearly their best work to date, and they're really strong as a unit. Like there's not one specific member that stands out as being better than the others, where I feel like some bands kind of have a vocalist that stands out or a guitarist that stands out. Like together as a unit, they all hold their own, and each of them have their star moments on the album, which I think is really, really cool to see from a band. They were so ambitious, especially on songs like Singing in the Swamp, where I could imagine hearing that song in an arena and just have it fill the room. So I think that was a song where I really realized the potential of Cane Hill to be a game-changing band in our music scene and one that everyone should be paying attention to. So for me, that was a song that left the strongest first impression the first time I listened to the album, and over the last couple weeks of listening to it, it has remained my favorite. And in addition to that, I also would love to give them some props for the lyrics on this album because they've tackled a lot of different topics. Like each song is completely different from one another as far as lyrical content is concerned. Songs like Why and Erased seem to have more of a personal story to them, but on the other hand, there's some songs with some really interesting social commentary, which is kind of my favorite kind of music, the ones that really make you think about the world. There's songs about white supremacy, religion, mortality, drug use, all sorts of topics, which makes it really interesting for me as a listener, especially somebody that pays more attention to lyrics than music on a first listen. So I really appreciated that. And now I'd love to talk about the peaks and the pits of the album, the songs that I loved, and those ones that I was like a little less stoked on. So for me, as I mentioned, Singing in the Swamp, #1 favorite track. That song, I just listened to it for yourself. Like that's all I can really say about it. And the other one that I really loved was Why. That one shows a softer side of Cane Hill, which they kind of dabbled with on their last album, Smile, but they went full force with the softer track and the clean vocals with this song and a few others on the album. And I really, really enjoyed that style from them. So that was another standout to me. And the only pit of the album for me was the song Hateful. And it's not that it's a bad song by any means. Like I do still enjoy the track and I think it's a good song, but it's just more generic than the rest. Like to me, that one is not undeniably Cane Hill. Like the first time I listened to it, I immediately thought of Beartooth. So that was the only one that I wasn't as stoked on, but it's not that I don't love it. I just think the rest of the album is so unique to Cane Hill that that one falls a little bit short. So that is it. Those are my thoughts on the album for you guys. Overall, I think it's gonna be a game-changing album for this music scene, and they're doing something different, which is really awesome and much needed. So comment below and let me know your thoughts on Cane Hill's album Too Far Gone. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What were your favorite songs? Which ones did you not like so much? You know the drill. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!